What's up guys, my name is Julie and this is the Curated Curvy, where I bring you along for the journey as I attempt to create the curated wardrobe of my dreams with these two hands. And today I have for you all a pattern haul. This is a collective haul that has been accumulated, that's the word I'm looking for, over the course of the last few pattern sales. Again, I live in the United States. I am very near to a Joann's, less than 2 miles away, which is very problematic for my bank account. Anyways, I am very close to a Joann's, and so it is very rare that I miss a sale. I do usually try and like stack the patterns up and then have a nice chunk of patterns to show you, but in no way do I want you to feel like you need to go out and purchase all of these patterns at once. I just like sharing with you what's brought in the sewing room. As we have already established on this chattern, this is not a chattern, this is a channel. As we have already established on this channel, pattern collecting, fabric shopping, and sewing are 3 different hobbies. Here today, I shall share my love for one of those 3. Oh, before we go too far into it, what I am wearing today, this is the Ophelia dress as a top hack. I do have a video up on my channel already where I detailed this, the making of this top and the construction of it and what I've done to it, and I will link that up above for you if you are interested. All right, so I actually have 2 chunky stacks of patterns to show you. This one here is, I believe, Simplicity. I have 1 Butterick and 1 Vogue, and then these are all McCall's and Know Me patterns. So we're gonna start with the Simplicity patterns. The first one that I have is Simplicity 9700. Now, this is one of their 70s vintage jumpsuits, and it is just so cute. I want so badly to be in my boiler suit era, but I really struggle to find one that I feel like suits me. These things usually let me down. Usually one of the measurements is off, the torso is too long or the pants are too wide, but we're gonna try again. I don't know when I'll get around to sewing this. Honestly, this gives me more like early spring or fall to winter vibe, and I don't have any pattern earmarked for it, but knowing me, it'll probably be in denim because I feel like everything's better in denim. Next is Simplicity 9715, and if I can get my life together, I feel like this would be the cutest little summer set. Now, the beauty of this pattern is that you get a full-length shirt where you get a cropped short sleeve shirt, so I feel like that goes for both seasons. And the same with the pants. You get a shorts version and you get a long version. I get the feeling that I'm gonna have to do some tracing with this pattern because I guarantee you the pants and the shorts probably just have a cut line, and so if you want to use this for multiple seasons or across multiple seasons, you'll probably want to consider actually tracing out one of the patterns that you're going to use right now and then saving that other pattern as a whole for later on down the line. The next one is Simplicity 9717, and I have seen this pattern come up in a few pattern hauls that I have watched, and understandably so. This is a wardrobe pattern, so you get a shirt, you get a cardigan, and you get a skirt, and then you also get a shorter cardigan. The model sewed this look like she was giving looks, she was serving, she was making you want it. I usually in the mornings need something that I can throw on really quickly that's cohesive, and I feel like this set would just be perfect for that, so went ahead and picked it up. All right, the next one I have is a Jiffy pattern, and I think what really sold me on this honestly is the envelope art, also because it's just this super cute, super easy like wraparound dress. I think one of the earmarks of Jiffy is that it's not a lot of pattern pieces, and I think they market it as an easy to be constructed like type situation. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments below, but that's just my observation from seeing other Jiffy patterns like out in the market. What I was thinking about this is this would be great for like swimsuit cover-ups. I also have a bathing suit pattern which may contradict what I'm saying, and you'll see about that in a little bit, but that's why I picked it up. All right, next, oh my gosh guys, I'm obsessed with this dress. I want to make it so bad, and I had it pulled out and I was ready to cut it out, and then I realized it requires an abnormally large amount of fabric. So this is Simplicity 9744. I just think this is the cutest dress, especially view A. I love that midi length. I love the tent style sleeve. I love clearly this ties on the sleeve, and I am very excited to sew this. However, when I pulled it out to sew, view A size 18 would require almost 4 yards of fabric. Who would look at that and think it's almost 4 yards of fabric? Not me, but it is. So I'll have to find the right cut of fabric to make this dress, but nevertheless, I am very excited about the prospect of it. Okay, so this is the swimsuit pattern that I was talking about when I was saying like my idea might contradict itself, because this swimsuit pattern actually has a jacket to go over it. So this is Simplicity 8139, and it is just the cutest vintage swimsuit pattern. And what I like about this is that they actually show the pattern made up on a real human person. A lot of times those cartoon drawings are super cute and they really sell the pattern, but it's a really unrealistic realistic view of what it would actually look like on a human body, especially a curvy human body. So seeing this, even though this person's not curvy, seeing it on a human body helps me to better like visualize how it would fall on me, and I'm obsessed. So this is definitely one of the 2 swimsuits that I do want to sew this year. I have never sewn swimwear before, and there's a very good chance that I will chicken out again, but who knows. All right, next is another vintage pattern. I usually never buy vintage patterns, but again, the lines on this dress are just beautiful. This is Simplicity 9738, and I just love the dress. I don't think I would make the boleros because I'm not a bolero girl, but the dress is just too sweet. The shaping of the dress, the panels, the little ties for the sleeves, oh, it's just so good. How much is, ooh, she's fabric hungry, y'all. She wants all the fabric. So for View B, what is View B? Is View B the bolero? No, it says View B dress. I don't know. For View B, it requires about 4 and 5, so about 5 yards of fabric. That's a lot of fabric, but the dress is gorgeous. All right, next I got Butterick 6873. I am always on the hunt for a good wrap dress. I think I found one in the vintage Laura Ashley McCall's pattern that I have made up and I love, but nevertheless, always looking for a good wrap dress pattern. So I went ahead and I picked this one up. I am particularly interested in View B. Even though we're going into summer, I feel like if I could find like an affordable lawn, View B could easily be a summer staple when we're going out to like brunch or lunch, you know, just something cute, put together, light and breezy. That's the vibe. All right, next is Vogue 1943. And I keep asking myself what possessed me to purchase this pattern. The dress, View A, is giving like Zimmerman vibes. I feel like the way that the dress was designed gives a lot of opportunity to add in those really special like details that makes the Zimmerman dresses what they are. I do feel like this pattern we've seen in different iterations before. I think it's like 7974. Is a very close one to this. The difference, or one of the biggest difference in this one, however, is that the button placket is done through loops and then your buttons, so that's a little bit different. But again, it's not something that we've never seen before, but it's just enough of a spin on it, and it leaves a little bit more room to add in, again, those like super feminine, dreamy details. I don't know why I picked this up, because every time I look at it and I see those buttons going down the front, I think to myself, no, do we really have time for that? But I told you guys before where I'm at right now in my sewing journey. I don't need anything in my wardrobe, and so I really do want to focus on like those deep wants and those fantasy projects, and this would definitely be one of them. Next, I have some Nomi patterns that I recently picked up. One is actually taped to my board, but I'll actually put the pattern up on the screen for you, and this is the one done by the Corny Rainbow. I really like this because I feel like it's versatile. One, you have like how she did the dress and like the organza, and then you have her doing the dress in like that rayon or viscose type fabric. Underneath it, there's a bodycon dress. So I feel like you could easily make like that bodycon dress and then wear like the button-up dress kind of like as an overshirt, or you could wear the bodycon dress on its own, or you could wear the dress that you use as an overshirt on its own. So with that pattern, I feel like you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, and I have it up on my board because it's one of the things that I want to sew in the near future. Next is the Nomi pattern by Lydia Naomi Studio, who I am obsessed with. She made the Milkmaid dress that absolutely took Instagram by storm last year. I have made that dress. It is my favorite dress pattern to date. And so I bought this pattern because View B is, again, one of those things that you don't really see. If you really look at the line drawings, the way that the shoulder is shaped, the seaming that goes through the skirts as well as through the bust, it's just a lot of really intricate details that you don't see a lot. And I'm always looking for something new to have in my stash that teaches me a new skill set or shows me a new way of construction, and I feel like this hits the mark for that. The next one that I have is Nomi 2015. This is by Aronica B. Cole, who also goes by The Needle and the Belt, and it is a bustier pattern in a cute little wrap skirt. I actually already bought this pattern once, and I took it out and I worked on it, and I never put the pattern back, so I don't know where it's at. Sneak peek though, I'll show you the bustier and how it's coming together. The bustier, oh, how cute is that? It's in this vintage fabric that I picked up at an estate sale. The only thing that I need to do is go ahead and bind where the bust cups come together, and then I'm gonna put eyelets in the back of it, even though the pattern calls for a zipper. So like I said, I already have the pattern, I just lost it and I needed to repurchase it. All right, the next Nomi is the newest drop by Aronica B. Cole, and this is a cute little two-piece set. One of the things that she said was her mission statement with this pattern was giving girls who are on the curvier end of the spectrum 1 yard like wonders, which I don't think anybody has ever thought about before, but it's really hard to come across like a 1 yard wonder when you have like a larger bust. She's purposely designed her pattern tops to be 1 yard wonders, which I think is so cool. And I can attest to it that this bustier was definitely a 1 yard wonder. And the top in this set is also a 1 yard wonder. All right, the next one is Butte J'adore, and this is Nomi 2016. This is one that I was like straddling the fence about. I didn't purchase it initially because I was, the way that the skirt is put together is at an angle. So usually your gathered skirt is just a rectangle. This one goes up, across, and then down. And I wasn't sure what that would look like on me with like the fabric bunching up in certain areas. And so I waited until people started sewing it and posting pictures on Instagram, and they did confirm that the dress is gorgeous and now I want it. So I went ahead and grabbed this. The next one is Nomi 2033, and this is by Handmade Millennial. I believe she calls this the wave set, and it's just, it's art. It's art. Like, I think one of the cool things about this Nomi venture with McCall's is that we're getting a lot of really unique designs that are far more current than like the designs that come out. I feel like bringing in all of these independent designers, you just get different points of view and different like stylistic ideas that really I don't think were present in the sewing space before. And so again, this is art. This is gorgeous. I am terrified and I am excited at the same time. All right, last stack of patterns, we have McCall's. The first one that I have is a pattern by Brandy Joan, and this is McCall's 83. From the front, it is just a simple fitted bodycon dress, and then the back has this cute little hole cut out. Now, I keep going back and forth of whether or not I am going to keep or return this pattern, because like fantasy me would rock the crap out of this dress. Real life me has some reservations about being too body conscious while I'm wearing it. The more I reflect on it, I just don't know if I'd feel like me when I'm wearing it. Next one is McCall's 8369, and this is just a two-piece little like sport set. So you have your flared legged, am I saying that right? I feel like I can't say anything today. You have your flared leg like leggings, and then a cute little like sports bra top to go along with it. I have some lycra in my stash that I brought when I first started sewing, and I thought that lycra could be used for just about anything. Unbeknownst to me, it cannot. It is a very specific type of fabric, and so it has been sitting in this stash forever. And so when I saw this pattern, I felt like this would be a great opportunity to break out that stash and use it. I also have a really cute ITY knit that I feel like would work really well for this. So that's this one. Next one is their latest or one of their newer vintage pattern reproductions. This is not a Laura Ashley vintage pattern reproduction, but it is the cutest little wrap dress situation. And yeah, I love a good wrap dress. I don't know how I feel about a knit wrap dress. I've never made one to have an opinion on it, but view B, how short it is, the short cap sleeves, the fittedness of it all, I feel like this would be a really good summer go-to if I could get it in a cute enough print. And so I went ahead and I grabbed that one. All right, next is McCall's 8389, and I really like the UC on this one, and this is one that I don't know if it would be flattering on me because it hugs this section, which is a fuller section on my body, and then it flares out like down below. So I don't know if it would work on my body type, but I really want to try because I think maybe it's the styling, whatever the case may be. I'm obsessed with the UC of this. I'm really interested in UC. I don't know if I'll have the guts to do it, but I hope I will. This would be like one of those experimental projects which scare me, because even though I know it's experimental, I hate the idea of sewing something that I potentially will not get a lot of wear out of. So we'll see. Next, I have McCall's 8388. I am only interested in view A of this, which is one of my rules that I try not to break, but view A is the perfect little crop summer top. It has the puffy sleeves. It does still require about 2 yards of fabric because those sleeves are huge, but I think that is really cute, and I could see myself getting a lot of use out of the top like this. The next one was the latest Laura Ashley pattern, and I have seen people have a lot of mixed feelings about this dress. I'm gonna be honest, I love it. I love the house robe. I love the dress. I love the extraness of it all. I love the like Little House on the Prairie vibes. You know, I'm here for all of that. So I went ahead and I picked this one up. Also, view, which is the dress view? Do they separate them? They don't give you views. But the dress on this is actually a really cute dress as a standalone piece, not even as a nightgown. So I'm really interested in exploring it for like a house like wear, but also like something that I could wear outside of the home. we'll see. And then the last one is by Stitch Fist. I follow this creator on Instagram. Okay, camera just died, so if you're at a completely different angle, that is why. I am definitely going to get this sewn this summer because yeah, why not? It's gorgeous. Very excited about this. And with that, that is all for, I shouldn't have done that. That is all for the patterns that I picked up recently. I do have 3 bonus purchases or 4 fabric purchases that I want to show you really quickly. So the first one is the fabric that my daughter bought me for Mother's Day. It is this quilting cotton. It's kind of like this faded out print. So it's peach and then it fades to white and it has like these brown flowers on it. Honestly, it's a fabric that I would have never purchased for myself, but because she bought it for me, you better believe I'm going to make something out of this. I'm thinking that I'll do the Milkmaid top just as a top hack because it's 1.5 yards, which is just enough for that. The next 3 I don't have plans for, but I'm just very excited to have them. These were all Mother's Day gifts and these were from my husband. So these are all rayons, which I'm very happy about because I thrift a lot of my fabric, which means that I'm usually working with like old cotton bed sheets, which can be limiting on the shapes that they give. And I've really been wanting drapier silhouettes in my stash. So really excited about these. The first one is just this blue pinstripe rayon. I have 4 yards of this and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking like a button down classic style silhouette with this. The next one I have 2.5 yards of and it is this gorgeous floral print. This reminds me of like the mod 70s vibes, like your larger scale florals. The colors aren't as saturated as in the mod era, but it just gives me that vibe. And so again, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but loving it. The last one is my favorite and it is also a rayon. I have 4 yards of this in this gorgeous floral print. It's not quite a ditzy floral, but it's not quite a large scale. It just falls somewhere in between and I just feel like this is going to look so beautiful on me. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much if you have stayed and watched the entire video. Until next time, stay beautiful, stay lovely, enjoy the summer, and I won't see you at the end of summer. Y'all come back before then. But I'll see you next time. Bye.